Title: Shadow Line, 100% percentage-based analysis. Operation Shadow Line. This breakdown quantifies each stage of the smuggling operation, combining data-driven insights with precise probabilities for success or detection. 1. Surveillance gaps, remote border crossing. Key vulnerability: remote areas of the border lack proper surveillance, leaving 25% of the border unmonitored. Detection risk: ground patrols and motion sensors cover only 40% of this terrain. Shadow uses a drone to mitigate this 40% risk, reducing it to 0%. Success rate: 100% for crossing the border undetected. 2. Document fraud, checkpoint crossing. Key vulnerability: forged documents exploit CBSA's reliance on visual inspection and overstressed officers. Detection risk: manual inspections identify fraudulent documents 75% of the time under optimal conditions. During peak traffic, as in this scenario, officer effectiveness drops by 30%, reducing detection to 45%. Shadow's forged passport uses real embedded chips from stolen documents, neutralizing the remaining 45% risk. Success rate: 100% for bypassing document inspection. 3. Cyber exploitation, CBSA database hack. Key vulnerability: CBSA's database is susceptible to zero-day exploits. Detection risk: cybersecurity measures prevent 98% of hacking attempts, leaving a 2% vulnerability. Shadow's team uses a highly advanced exploit with a 99% success probability, reducing the detection risk to 0.02%. The hack is executed for a brief 30-minute window, further minimizing risk. Success rate: 99.98% for bypassing flagged status. 4. Interagency weakness, RCMP delay. Key vulnerability: CBSA and RCMP suffer from delayed communication and jurisdictional confusion. Response risk: communication delays occur in 20% of border incidents. Shadow's use of a jammer increases the delay to 95%, reducing interception chances to 5%. By the time the RCMP responds, the smuggler is already far beyond their reach. Success rate: 100% for avoiding interception. Overall, operation success, cumulative success rate. Each stage compounds the overall success of the operation. Final overall success rate: 0.9998x, 1.00x, 1.00x, 1.00 equals 99.98%. Impact summary, Title 4. Act 1: The setup. 25% of the Canadian border remains unmonitored, leaving thousands of kilometers vulnerable to illicit crossings. Shadow's drone identifies a remote area outside CBSA surveillance. Ground patrols and motion sensors detect unauthorized crossings 40% of the time in remote areas. Shadow uses the drone to mitigate the 40% risk, reducing it to 0%. Act 2: The execution. 15% of smuggling attempts involve counterfeit documents. CBSA officers successfully detect fraudulent documents 75% of the time during manual inspections. During peak hours, officer efficiency drops by 30%, reducing detection probability to 45%. Shadow's expertly forged passport neutralizes this 45% risk, achieving 100% success at the checkpoint. CBSA cybersecurity systems block 98% of hacking attempts, leaving a 2% vulnerability. Advanced zero-day exploits like Shadow's have a 99% success rate. Shadow's accomplice executes the hack, reducing detection risk to 0.02%. Act 3: The chase and closing scene. 20% of major border incidents face delays due to interagency miscommunication. Shadow's jammer increases this delay to 95%, leaving only a 5% chance of interception. A timeline overlay shows how RCMP alerts are delayed, with Shadow escaping during the critical response window. Unless addressed, these vulnerabilities could cost Canada billions in contraband losses annually. Surveillance gaps: 25% of the border unmonitored. Document fraud: 15% of smuggling cases involve counterfeit IDs. Cybersecurity: 2% vulnerability to advanced hacking attempts. Interagency delays: 20% of incidents face communication issues. Shadow's cumulative success rate for Operation Shadowline, 99.98%. Surveillance gaps. Mitigation, 100% success. Document fraud neutralization, 100% success. Cyber exploitation, 99.98% success. Interagency delay. Exploitation, 100% success.